Hi guys, welcome to my channel Live a Dream. My name is Gigi and this is a space where we talk about confidence and also uplifting to your higher self. Now this is step 17 of my series where I want to bring on a topic which I think is extremely important and everybody needs to know about it. It is start with what you have. What am I going to do in this video, right? Yeah, I have my headband on and I'm going to do a little bit of makeup while I talk about deeper things in life. I am going to do something that I have not tried for so long. So if you are somebody who have been following my channel for a while, you would know that I'm somebody who loves to do makeup. You know, eye makeup, I like to do eye makeup. I like to do like glowy kind of makeup. That's what I usually go for, but I'm not an expert in makeup in any sort of way. For a long time I wanted to do eyeshadows, and for a long time I thought I couldn't do it because I just don't have enough skill to do it. But recently I've got the thought right that I need to learn how to do eyeshadow, because the biggest thing that was stopping me from doing eyeshadow on my face or doing like extremely beautiful art of an eyeshadow on my face was the fact that, first of all, I didn't have a big eyeshadow palette and I never had the willpower to go and buy it because I didn't think that I have enough skills to do eyeshadow. But then I thought how deep that thought actually is, because if you compare that to how I have done things in my life, ever since I was a kid I wanted to do something publicly, like I wanted to dance, or I wanted to start YouTube, I wanted to be like a motivational speaker. These were the contents that I constantly consumed. Like I wanted to do that when I grow up, right? But every single time I confined myself from doing things that I really wanted to do, because the biggest thought was I didn't have enough resources or I didn't have enough skills. That was the two biggest things that I thought would stop me and would not make me successful, right? I'm not saying that I'm successful right now, but I do have 130 subscribers at the moment, which I think is absolutely great. For the longest time, I thought I would not get any attention publicly because I did not have the right camera to start. I did not have an iPhone to shoot. I did not have, enough resources. I did not have a pre-background, as if I do right now. I don't. But that's a whole point. Like, I don't have any of that right now. I do have an iPhone, by the way, but I don't have any of the actual resources that you need to properly start filming, but I'm still doing it because I came to the realization that you don't actually need anything at all to start other than the most basic stuff and that willpower to start. You don't even need the slightest of skills, okay? So that being said, I have decided to try on eyeshadow, and as I said, I don't have any eyeshadow palettes and I never bought them, so I'm going to try it out with what I have. So this is what I have. It is by W7 Soft Hues. This is another one that I have, but before we start, in so many places I've seen people use like tapes to form that kind of exact line on your eyeline, that sharp look with the eyeshadow. So I'm going to put tape near my eyes to get that line, okay? Because I'm a beginner. I don't know how to put that exact line, the sharp line. So first of all, I'm going to take a tiny piece. I'm not even sure if it's gonna stick to my face, but let's see. It looks like this, and I'm gonna put it over here. And I don't know why it's not like properly sticking. Probably because it's like an actual tape rather than a face tape. I'm sure there's a lot of face tapes, but I don't have one at the moment. And since our whole motto for the day is to start with what you have, but if you are somebody who has allergy to this kind of thing, please don't put it on your face. And I'm gonna blend this out. So I blended out my base pretty well, and it should look like this. And we are going to start with our eyeshadow. So first of all, I want to remind you guys that if you need to do this tutorial, we need two types of brushes. One is a brush, it has an end like this, and the other one should have a fluffier end like this, okay? That's the two types that we need. So I'm gonna take the fluffier end, and we have two shades here that I need. So I'm gonna take this purple, and I'm gonna apply this purple in the middle. So the glitter in the middle and this purple towards the outer corner, okay? and I'm just going to blend it out like this. And after that, I'm gonna use the same brush to go for the glitter. Actually, I'm gonna try my hand, like this glitter one. I've taken a generous amount here. I don't know if you guys can see it. And I'm gonna apply it to the middle section of my eyes. Remember, don't put it on the corner right now, or don't try to put it everywhere, like just the middle. We're gonna blend that in together, right? So now we're gonna use the same brush and we're gonna take some more and accentuate it into the corners. Now this is where we take this brush and we sort of clean it up under this eyebrow, just to have that sort of definition for the eyebrows. Now for the next part of this look, I'm gonna do the under eye part. For that, we have to take off these tape. So you can definitely see that sort of definition there, and it has not smudged anywhere unnecessarily. So before I do my under eye makeup, I'm gonna do my under eye concealer so that the look is completed. Alright, so I'm done concealing my under eye now. There are two products I used for this, which are my go-to products. So I use this Rimmel Multitasker for color corrector and this Rimmel Multitasker concealer for concealing. So those are the two products I used here. So my whole message from this video is the fact that with whatever resources you have, you just have to start. I still remember the first time I was trying to record a video, and before I started that, I was going to press that play button to start recording. It was so many doubts came to my head. Is this the right time to start? I don't have a job. I'm not settled in life. I don't have the luxury to do this at this time. Like, I don't have enough time. I'm not in the right place in my life. I'm not pretty enough, you know, or I don't have enough money to buy the resources that I need, or you know, I don't have the right communication skills. So many thoughts, like so many things that I needed to build in order to build the empire that I actually want to live. But the fact is that unless you start, you are never ever going to achieve anything. Like, your presence is much more valuable than the perfection that you want to show. So that being said, let's do the underneath part of my eye makeup. So for that, I'm going to use this brush, which is where this brush comes into play. And I'm going to use this same shade that I used here. Realistically, you need a darker shade outside and a lighter shade inside. I'm going to use this shade again. Okay, so I've definitely put some here and it's gone underneath my eyes. I'm going to continue doing the same thing unless it actually shows like a prominent color. That's what we're going for. I have put some purple underneath my eyes as well. We can also put some glittered purple. I'm going to do it here on the corner and a little bit over here. Okay, so I'm going to take that purple and I'm going to use it on my inner corner. Okay, so that's how the eye makeup look should look like. And now we're gonna finish it up with some mascara. But before I put the mascara, in order to make your eyes look big, I'm going to put some nude liner on my waterline, Kind and Free from Rimmel, and it's the nude eyeliner I have. So if you're a brown girl, most of the time, rather than going for a white eyeliner for your waterline, it's so much better and it's so much more natural to go for a nude eyeliner, and it really does make a difference. Rimmel, this is your sign to send me some of your products, and we're gonna put it on the waterline. Sometimes there might be extra product stuck there, so you can use a Q-tip to sort of remove it. Okay, so you can see that it has made my eyes look slightly bigger than how much it usually is. And now we're gonna go for mascara. So we're gonna curl our lashes now. After you're done curling your lashes, make sure you put the mascara. This is the Sky High mascara from Maybelline, and I'm going to use it here. So that's how it should look like after you've done putting the mascara on. Now I'm going to let it dry. So after you're done putting the mascara on, you can wait till it's dried up, curl it again, and then put the mascara on again. There's one more pro tip to make your eyelashes look much more fuller. It is to line the waterline over here. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So that's just gonna make, you can see there's a difference, like that's gonna make my eyes look bigger and also my lashes much fuller. So I have curled my lashes again, so I'm gonna go put on a second coat of mascara. Now you can see that despite having put on that tape here, we don't have that perfect line going on there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer here and draw that line. Concealer, and I am going to put a little bit here and also a little bit here, and I'm going to take this brush that we used before and draw a line. So you can see as a result there's that illusion of the perfect line. You can definitely do better in this process, but this is what I have done with what I have right now, and I hope you guys appreciate it. Even though you don't think it's perfect, and I don't think it's perfect, you can definitely do better with like a better palette, a bigger palette. But the most important thing is that you start. I still think I get an A+ for trying, even though it did not turn out to be exactly what I wanted to. But if I had better palette and more patience, maybe I could have done it a better way. So that is my final look. I also added a little bit of lipstick and blush. And like, where would you fit this? This might go good with like a purple dress or like a pink dress. This might go amazing with that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this wasn't too long. Yeah, the whole thing that I want to say with this video is just the fact that if you think you don't have enough resources to start, the main thing is that you start. You keep on waiting for that perfect timing and that perfect version of yourself that you think is going to come sometime in the future, and then you will do whatever you want to do. That perfect version is there. It's there. Like, I'm not gonna say that it's not there and you are not going to become that. You are going to become that, but only if you start right now, whatever you want. It's not like it works like that. You have to put in the work first in order to become that version. That version would not come, out of nowhere and then you start doing whatever you want. That's not how it works. Makeup is something that I've always wanted to do and I've always loved doing it. So I really enjoyed making this video, and I hope I can see you guys again. So make sure you like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel, and please come back next week so that I can share much more insightful thoughts. And finally, the message that I have to my younger self is to please don't be stupid and stop wasting time. Start to do what you want right now. Bye bye.